Hello, welcome you all. Dear listener, I Priyanka Patil, Assistant Professor, Shri Vile Parle Kelvani Mandal, Institute of Pharmacy, Dure, affiliated to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Technological University Lonari, District Raigad. In this today's video session, we will be talking about hydrophilic and lipophilic balance scale, that is HLB scale of surfactant molecule. Disclaimer: this presentation is made for educational purpose only and not meant for any commercial interest. The information provided in the presentation by the presenter is taken from his own personal experience and understanding and from the references quoted at the end of presentation. Learning outcomes. These are the learning outcomes. At the end of this session, students should understand what is the hydrophilic lipophilic balance. It means at the end of this session, students should know what is HLB scale and where this HLB scale is used. The second important learning outcomes, the student should be able to classify the surfactant molecule based on their HLB value. And these knowledge they should be used to choose a mixture of surfactant with desired HLB value. The third important learning outcomes, so students should be able to calculate the HLB value of surfactant molecules. So these are the learning outcomes. So what we are going to cover in this today's session, so we are going to cover what is HLB value, where this HLB value is used, what is the significance of this HLB value, and how to calculate the HLB value of different surfactant molecule. So that topic we are going to cover in this today's video session. Hydrophilic and lipophilic balance scale, generally we can call as HLB scale. This is a diagram of your surfactant molecule. So here the surfactant molecule generally we can call as amphiphiles in nature. Why we call amphiphiles in nature? Because these surfactant molecule consist of hydrophilic polar heads as well as lipophilic tail, right? So these molecule imparts both hydrophilic as well as lipophilic portion on the same molecule, right? So that's why we can call as the surfactants are amphiphiles in nature. So what does mean by the HLB scale? So HLB scale, it is an arbitrary scale. It means that it is a number system. It lies between 0 and 20. It means that it starts from 0 and ends up to 20. And that scale indicates the extent of polar and non-polar nature of your amphiphiles. It means that it gives an idea about the nature of your surfactant molecule. And this scale is described by Griffin in 1949. It is also gives an relative efficiency of your hydrophilic portion of the surfactant molecule to its lipophilic portion of the same molecule. It means that it gives a relative efficiency of your nature of your surfactant molecule. It means that whether your surfactant is hydrophilic in nature or lipophilic in nature. That idea generally taken from this HLB scale. This HLB scale also represents the oil and water solubility of an emulsifier. It means that it imparts the whether it is imparts the oil solubility or water solubility. That knowledge we are going to take from this HLB scale. And this scale is generally used to classify this emulsifier or to classify the surfactant molecules. See, this is an HLB scale. It starts from 0 and ends up to 20. The value start from 0 indicate that your surfactant molecule is hydrophobic in nature. It means that it is oil soluble in nature, and the highest value, which is 20, indicate that the surfactant molecule is hydrophilic in nature, that is water soluble in nature, right? So the value lies in between these two, hydrophilic and hydrophobic region. In between these two, whatever the value surfactant molecule is here, that is water dispersible type of surfactant molecule, right? So on the basis of this HLB scale, we can give an idea about the nature of your surfactant molecule, whether it is hydrophilic, hydrophobic or water dispersible type. So that type of idea we are generally taken from this HLB scale. So on the right hand side, we can see this. So there are the different classification of your surfactant molecule based on their HLB value. We can classify it based on their HLB value. Let us take example. If your surfactant molecule has HLB value between 2 to 3, it means that your surfactant molecule is anti-foaming agent, right? And if your surfactant molecule is detergent in nature, it means that their HLB value is lies between 13 to 15. It means that on the basis of HLB value, we can classify the surfactant molecule in different way, right? Whether your surfactant is solubilizing agent, whether your surfactant is detergent, or whether your surfactant is wetting and spreading agent. So in this way, we can classify the surfactant molecule based on their HLB values. Here the HLB value of surfactant is given, right? And this will indicate in this given table, right? So here the classification of surfactant molecule, and on the right hand side, in this particular table, the HLB value of that type of surfactant is given, right? So let us take example. If we want to prepare a emulsion which is water in oil type emulsion, right? We know that in water in oil type emulsion, water has a globules which will be dispersed in the oil, right? Which will be dispersed in the oil, right? So in this particular type, if we want to add a emulsifier, right, so that your emulsion should be stable. So we know that here, if we want to add emulsifier which is oil soluble in nature, and on the basis of HLB scale, we can give an idea those surfactant molecule has low HLB value which will impart the oil soluble, right? So those molecule has low HLB value which is oil soluble. So in this particular range, when we choose a surfactant molecule, so here if we chosen the surfactant molecule in between 3 to 6, so molecule is what? Water in oil type emulsifying agent. So these particular molecule or surfactant we can taken from this we can take, and this molecule is used here so that your system make as a stable, physically stable system, right? So this is an use of your HLB scale. On the basis of HLB scale, we can choose a right surfactant molecule for right dispersion system, right? Aim of HLB scale. So generally HLB scale, it allows the comparison between the different chemical types of surfactant, right? It gives a comparison between the different chemical types of surfactant. It means that whether your surfactant is solubilizing agent or detergent or anti-foaming in nature. So that type of classification on the basis of chemical nature of your surfactant, it can be done by using this HLB scale. It also provides a systematic method of selecting mixture of your emulsifying agent so to produce a physically stable emulsion. It means that instead of one, if we know the HLB value of given surfactant molecule, right, and if you want a produce a stable dispersion system, so instead of one, we are choosing a mixture of surfactant which will be produce a physically stable emulsion. So that type of knowledge we are generally taken from this HLB scale. So now, as we know that those surfactant having lower HLB value, it imparts the lipophilicity. It means that the surfactant is lipophilic in nature. So general example is what? Spans. So we know that spans are sorbitol fatty acids esters having low HLB value and generally range from 1.8 to 8.6. So those surfactant having the HLB value in between 1.8 to 8.6, it is lipophilic in nature, right? Those surfactant having higher HLB value, it means that the surfactant is hydrophilic in nature. So example is what? Twins. So all twins derivative, right? Twin 20, twin 80, twin 40. So all twins, that is polyoxyethylene derivative of your spans having high HLB value. It generally lies between 9.6 to 16.7. It means that those surfactant having the HLB value in between these two range, it means that the surfactant is hydrophilic in nature, right? Now, the most important part of calculation of HLB value. How the HLB value of given surfactant molecule is calculated. So there are the three formulas. By using this formula, we can calculate the HLB value of any surfactant molecule. So let us take an example. If your surfactant molecule if we want to calculate the HLB value of your surfactant molecule, the first formula is what? The HLB is equal to summation of your hydrophilic group number minus summation of your lipophilic group number plus 7. So this is the first formula. So let us discuss each and every part one by one. First of all, if we have a surfactant molecule, first step is what? We have to split the structure of your surfactant molecule. So whatever the surfactant molecule we have, we just split into the different component or different groups. Like CH3 group is lipophilic group or hydrophilic group. So we have to separate the lipophilic group and hydrophilic group. And each group is assigned a number, right? So the hydrophilic group numbers is there and lipophilic group number is there. We have to assign the group number, and the addition of these number for the respective groups permits the calculation of this HLB value, right? So after this what? We have to split it, and after splitting we have to assign the number to them, and these number we have to add into this particular formula so that we will get the HLB value of given surfactant molecule. And these method we can call as Davies method, right? So let us take one example so that it will be clear for you. See, if we want to calculate the HLB value of sodium lauryl sulfate, that is SLS, we know that this is a structure of your SLS molecule. And now in earlier slide we are described that the first step is what? We have to split this molecule into different groups, right? The first step is what? We are going to split this molecule into different groups. So here we are splitting it SO4 sodium minus CH3 CH2. So these are the different groups we are generally split, right? First step is done. The second step is what? We have to assign the group number to them. Now this is the group number we have to assign to each and every group. So the next step is what? After the assigning group number, we have to use this group number, that is, we know that the CH3 and CH2, these two molecules impart the lipophilicity to these particular compounds, and these molecule imparts the hydrophilicity. So it means that your sodium lauryl sulfate has hydrophilic as well as lipophilic portion, right? So that's why it is amphiphilic in nature. So these value when we substitute in this particular formula, summation of your hydrophilic group number minus summation of your lipophilic group number plus 7, so that we will get the HLB value of particular given surfactant molecule. Here the hydrophilic group number is what? 38.7, which is this, right? And the lipophilic group number, we know that the lipophilic group is CH3 CH2 here, and CH2 is 11 molecule and CH3 is only 1 molecule. So total 12 molecules are there which has same value. So 0.475 multiplied by 12, we will get the lipophilic group number. So when we add this value into this particular formula plus 7, well, then we will get the HLB value of your sodium lauryl sulfate. Now the second formula is what? A surfactant having ester functional group such as glyceryl monostearate. It means that those surfactant having glyceryl ester functional group, for example glyceryl monostearate. So these type of surfactant molecule, if we want to calculate the HLB value of these particular type of surfactant, so that time we are supposed to use this formula. What is it? HLB is equal to 20 minus in bracket 1 minus saponification value upon acid number of that particular surfactant molecule, right? So this is an second formula. By using this formula we can calculate the HLB value of ester functional group surfactant, right? So here S is what? Saponification number of esters, and A is what? Acid number of fatty acids. So examples are twin and spans. So these twins and pans, generally we can calculate the HLB value by using this formula. So let us take example. If we want to calculate the twin 20 HLB value, right? So here we know that the twin 20 is what? Polyoxyethylene sorbitol monilaureate, right? So this is the name of your twin 20, right? So it has saponification value 45.5 and the acid number value 276. When we put this value into this particular formula, right, we will get the HLB value of your given surfactant molecule. It is so simple, right? So this second formula is generally used for those surfactant having ester functional group such as glyceryl monostearate, right? So this is a second formula for calculation of HLB value. Now the third important formula for calculation of HLB, the HLB of your non-ionic surfactant when it contains polyoxyethylene chain is generally calculated by using this following formula. So this formula is generally used to calculate the HLB value of those surfactant which is non-ionic in nature and which contains polyoxyethylene chain, right? So this particular type of surfactant molecule HLB we can calculate by using this formula. So here HLB is equal to E plus P upon 5, where the E is what? The percent by weight of your ethylene oxide chain, right? And P is what? The percent by weight of your polyhydric alcoholic groups, that is glycerol or sorbitol, right? So when we put this particular value into this formula, we will get the HLB value of that particular type of surfactant molecule, right? So by using this formula, we can calculate the HLB value of beeswax, lanolin derivatives, right? So these last formula is generally used for non-ionic surfactant which contains the polyoxyethylene chain. So now here three formula we have seen. First is your for general surfactant molecule. Second is for those surfactant molecule has ester functional group, and third is what? The surfactant molecule which is non-ionic surfactant, right, which generally contain polyoxyethylene chain, right? Three formula we have seen. So by using this formula, we can calculate the HLB value of your surfactant molecule. Now the last important topic, that is significance of the HLB system. So what is the significance of HLB system? We know that the HLB system provides information regarding the nature of your surfactant use, but the concentration of such a surfactant molecule is also equally important, right? So your HLB systems only provide the information regarding what? Regarding the nature of surfactant molecule. It means that whether your surfactant is hydrophilic in nature, lipophilic in nature, or water dispersible type. So that type of nature of your surfactant molecule, it generally gives an idea by using this HLB scale. But along with that, we know that the concentration of surfactant molecule is also equally important. But these HLB scale neglect the information regarding the concentration of your surfactant molecule, right? It means that the HLB scale does not provide the information regarding the concentration required for optimum stability of emulsion system, right? If we want to stabilize the emulsion system, how much concentration of surfactant required, that type of information does not provide by your HLB scale. Only it gives an idea about the nature of surfactant and their classification. But this HLB scale does not provide the concentration of surfactant molecule. So this is a significance of your HLB system. These are the references: Physical Pharmacy by Alfred Martin and Essentials of Physical Pharmacy by C.V.S. Subramaniam. Thank you.